Hi everybody, welcome back. How are you? I'm good, and I'm down in my favorite place, the craft studio, and I'm just gonna gently pull this up and show you what I just finished making. Yeah, another garland. I'm garland crazy. I admit it. I really love garlands. I have them hanging everywhere. You know, it's because I don't have a lot of wall space. Our home is fairly new, and yeah, just there's not a lot of wall space. So I hang over mirrors, over pictures, over windows, and garlands just work really good for that. So this is what I just finished making. So the glue isn't quite dry. I just made some reversible Christmas trees. Patchwork Christmas trees, little felt stem on them, and I threaded them onto the ribbon, and I had them one, and then I accidentally, as I was threading, pushed two together, and I thought, well, that looks nice, so I'm going to keep them like that, two together, kind of overlapping. And I mean, I could have gone this way, I could have gone, that one in front, but for some reason I like the light on top, the dark in the back, kind of like a shadow. And so anyways, and then I put the velvet ribbon, just fishtailed the ends. I had these snowflake buttons. I just cut the posts off and glued them down, and I put a little jewel in the center, those flat-backed jewels you can get at Dollar Tree. Glued that on the center because I didn't want my buttonholes showing, and there you go. It just needs to dry. Every time I move it, a sparkle comes off or a snowflake falls off, so I'm just gonna gently move it away, and then I'm gonna show you how I made my little tree, and it's really easy. So I'll be right back. So I have this baggie full of green quilting scraps, because I used to do quite a bit of quilting. It's so full. I don't know. The more you try to use scraps, the more you make. But anyways, I organized my scraps into bags of color, and I just pulled out 4 green ones that were, similar in size, but the widths, it doesn't matter. It can be whatever. I just went with long ones, but you could do totally patchwork. I just sewed them together. Doesn't matter what seam allowance, whatever you like. Then I found a scrap piece of batting, a scrap piece of backing, and I'm just gonna lay my right sides together, my 2 fabrics and my piece of batting. And now I'm just gonna kind of guess using my other tree as a template, and somewhere I have a ruler. Wow, I keep losing things. Oh, here it is. Here it is. I need everything to be neon color so I can see it. I'm just gonna go like that, and I'm gonna turn this around so that you can see this is not scientific at all. This is probably driving people crazy how I'm doing this, but because it is so non-rules. It just doesn't matter. That's the whole point. It just doesn't matter. Now, I'm gonna sew around. I'm gonna go from here. No, I'll go from here, kind of about there. Zip, 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 and leave an opening on the bottom about that big. Okay? And when I get back, I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, here it is, our little tree, and I'm just gonna clip my corners a bit close to the stitching because I want to reduce some of the bulk when I flip it, when I turn it through. And at the top, I just kind of trim that seam as well, just because it makes it a little easier to fold it through. get a nice point on top. Okay, let's see how it turned out. Oh, this is the hardest part for me, trying to get through this little tiny hole, get everything poked through. I wish I had some tips on how to do it easier. I don't. The only thing I can say is make sure you backstitch your seams, because if you don't, they will unravel. I'm just going to poke with a little pencil here that doesn't have a hard tip on it. It's just a mechanical pencil. And I'm just gently poking, because if I push too hard, I'm going to come right through my fabric. Just keep poking till I get the peak that I want, as crisp a peak as I can make. It is tricky. Ugh, I don't like this part at all. Always worried I'm gonna slam right through. Okay, and then we'll go through kind of the edge here. Let's see if I can get that working with my pencil. Same thing, I want to try and get a nice peak there. And whoops, same thing over here. It gives a lot of stress on your seam, so yeah, back stitching is a friend for this project. Okay, so that looks pretty good. We do have some strings I could cut off. Just to clean it up a little. Okay, and then we're going to zip that closed. But there's our little tree. He's cute. What I need is, I forgot the base. Gotta go find my felt. Here it is. Okay, so I have a little piece of felt here, and I'm just going to trim off, how big was it? It was about 1 inch. So I'm just going to trim off about 1 inch. Like that. Fold it in half is all I did. Stick it up in there, into that slot. You know, try and close it, clean it up, make it look flat and nice. An iron might help with that. I could iron that. And then I'm just going to sew it across. And I hand sewed mine, but you certainly could sew around the whole edge with your machine if you want. And that's how I did it. Pretty easy, right? Yeah. That's how you do it. I'll be right back. There you go. I sewed around it. And I like that look. I didn't do that with my other ones. I just left them. But I do like the stitched edging on it. And that closed up my bottom. Here I just hand stitched it. I don't know if you can tell. But yeah, so either way, they're both really cute. And, you know, you can put them together like I did in a garland. You could add loops on the top and make gift tags or ornaments, or yeah, whatever you like. So there you go. Just another little quick Christmassy craft. We're almost done Christmas now. We're getting into the final bit of it. So yeah, time's a-flying. Anyways, thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this project, and I can't wait to talk to you again soon. Bye for now.